let's take a look then at the grid then for Senior X30 Heat 3, race 12 of the weekend. Clayton Ravenscroft there, starting on pole position from Callum Bradshaw alongside Gus Lawrence. And Thomas Fleming round out row number 2. Matthew Higgins and Lucas Ellingham on row 3. Aaron Walker and Oliver Hodgson on row number 4. Ewan Wilson and Cole Kilner round out the top 10 for Mick Barrett Racing. Charlie Lamb and Sam Heading on row 6 with Thomas Turner and Connor Clifford on row 7. 13th and 14th place. So then it's Philip Rawson and Thomas Wood on row 8 with Richie Faulkner and Lewis Mackey, the 125 for Fusion Motorsport, and the Synergy chassis on row 9. Casper Scusa and Ben Higgins round out the top 20. Louis Johnson-Cool and Tyler Reid on row 11 with Oren England and Theo Makuris, 74 Privateer on row 12. Christopher Bingham and Gary Edwards on row 13. Archie Tillett and Marcus Littlewood on row 14 for the Jade Racing team. Josh Graham and Tom Nippers on row 15, rounding up the top 30. Harry Pears and Oliver Greetham on the 16th row of the grid, with Reggie Dewey rounding out the grid on the 17th row. Into the tram lines, green flags out, away they go, 8 minutes and 1 lap. Straight away, Ravenscroft covers that inside line. Gus Lawrence into 3rd place. Bradshaw holds on to 2nd, tries to look down the inside. Big crash at the exit of the tunnel. Several karts involved. There's at least 12 karts off the track, and that is a huge clean-up job there. There are so many involved. And my goodness me, that is a lot of damage there to the barriers. They've gone through the fence to the pond, and that is a lot of damage there. Battenberg flag is out, and the race once more is neutralised, because that is a lot of work that needs to happen at the exit of the bridge, and I'm not sure what caused that to happen. So that was just an absolute concertina effect there. And some serious damage has happened here. Here's a replay of the start then. So you can see that you want to be looking more to the back of the pack when it cuts to the next shot. So there you can see side by side there was all 2 karts who were caught up with each other, and then bang through the wall there. They've actually cleared the fence, and one of the barriers is near on it in the pond. Well, that was an absolutely immense contact with the barrier. Several karts involved. And I'll have to wait and see until the field crosses the line to actually find out who was actually involved. So I'm seeing the names dropping down the order, so the ones that haven't crossed the line. So, karts involved. The 125, Lewis Mackey, Charlie Lamb. No, so they're not involved. Sorry, they have crossed the line. So there you can see a lot of drivers just there. Again, a bit shaken up. So Josh Graham was one driver. Marcus Littlewood, Theo Makuris, Tyler Reid, Ben Higgins, Sam Heading, Charlie Lamb, Tom Nippers, Lewis Mackey, and Thomas Wood are all the drivers who have not crossed the line. And they're currently being tended to just on the other side of the bridge. I can't confirm conditions of drivers, but I can confirm that those drivers are the ones involved. A lot of drivers out the karts, leaning on the barriers, collecting themselves, but my goodness me. That was a big one. Let's have another look at what happened then. Again, at the start of the race, it was a good start from the front of the field. But as we look to the back here, we'll slow it right down. So you can just see there, just in the top of your shot there. So there's a kart sideways now, and there's a kart on top. They're stuck in that one, and unfortunately, they hit the curb and come back out into the center of the track. They almost had one go over end. But my goodness me, it was just a huge concertina effect there. And as it came back into the middle of the track, several karts involved. And that is absolute drama then for Senior X30. So Battenberg flag, race neutralised at the moment. Again, can confirm that it was Thomas Wood, Lewis Mackey, Josh Graham, Charlie Lamb, Sam Heading, Ben Higgins, Tyler Reid, Theo Makuris and Marcus Littlewood are the drivers involved and have not been able to cross the start-finish line. So I suspect a big clean-up job there. Oren England has received a technical flag, so the 72 out there, also probably involved in that incident, has succumbed to some damage. He was fortunate enough to get going again, But it has been deemed to retire the kart, so I'm not happy with the condition of that. So race still neutralized at the end of lap 3. Yet to get the race back underway. As you can see, the cleanup job is underway. You can see there the barrier being put back into place, but remember the fence there has been taken down. There, one of the premium karting drivers, Tyler Reed, at the side of the track, shaken, but looking okay, which is good to see. So 3.5 minutes left of this race. We are still under Battenberg conditions. So drivers aiming to keep those tyre temps up, brake temps up, and engine temps down. There we go. That's quite hard to do in these sorts of situations. But there at the front, at the moment, Ravenscroft and Lawrence will be back at the front of this race. We cross the line, no restart yet, still under Battenberg conditions as I go back through. Again, last couple of repairs and drivers walking back. You can see them just walking under the bridge now, back on their feet. Again, shaken, but not hurt, which is excellent to see. As they go through, 2.5 minutes then remaining of the race, plus that one additional lap. Last of the cleanup is just happening now. And potentially we could get this race underway at the end of this lap. So confirmed from race control, green flag will be out this lap. 2 minutes to go, plus one lap. It's going to be a short sprint race, this one, in Senior X30. Several karts involved in that crash at the start of the race. But green flag finally comes back out. Single file start. Green flag out. Here we go again for Senior X30. Gus Lawrence coming out. Issue for Ravenscroft there. He's not pulled away at the start. He's dropped 4 positions. He's down now into P4 from the lead. Out they go through the section there. Better start this time around. So Ravenscroft now down into P3. Gus Lawrence leads the way as they come down the hill. Several karts going wide there, but they come back in 3 wide. Battle for the lead. The 1-2-2-5 Bradshaw takes the lead into the hairpin number 1. And you can see there 175 Matthew Higgins as well, also there, 3rd place. Wanting to get through Ravenscroft. Bit of a train forming. Fleming there, you can see him there in 5th place, wanting to get past in the number 8. Oliver Hodgson, the 19, also wanting to get past as they go through. Break away from the top 3, though. Bradshaw leading from Lawrence. Higgins there in 3rd. Less than a minute to go in this Senior X30 race. Out of the final corner. Over the line they go. So it's Bradshaw, Lawrence, Higgins, Ravenscroft, Fleming, Hodgson, Kilner, Ellingham, Wilson, Walker, Clifford, Turner, Scusa, Greetham, Dewey. Johnson Cool ran out the top 16. Eyes here, though, at the front. 30 seconds left on the board. Bradshaw with the fastest lap of the race. 59.780 as they go down the hill. Bradshaw defensive. Gus Lawrence then throws the dummy. Dives it down the inside. Has he outbraked himself? He has. Bradshaw comes back and so does Higgins. So Lawrence there with a very great move there, but he just outbraked himself slightly. And now is back up into 2nd place. Fleming has closed up into the back of this. Now it's a 4-way battle at the front there. Last lap board will be out this time around. Probably the shortest Senior X30 race we've seen. And look at that, Gus Lawrence's front nose cone there. That doesn't look like it's in its manufacturing position. That potentially could be a disaster at the end of this race for Gus Lawrence. But out of the final corner, timer strike 0. Last lap board out this time in Senior X30 race 12. Bradshaw leading the way over the line. Tillett with a warning flag as well, the 21. Currently running there. Defensive goes Higgins. Fleming taking the long way round on the outside. Lawrence trying to fight back on Bradshaw, though, as they go over the bridge. Fleming with the fastest lap as well. Down the hill they go. Bradshaw defensive. Gus Lawrence does it. He tries to copy that move again. Oh, squirreling under braking. Almost plows into the back of Bradshaw. Thinks against it. Slots back into position and tells Bradshaw to go. But Bradshaw's not buying it. He stays defensive, does Bradshaw. There we go again in the background. Higgins and Fleming going absolutely tooth and nail. And it looks like Fleming's managed to get the job done. Higgins now back into 4th place. Fleming up into 3rd. As they go through, albeit the battle further back. Cole Kilner, Lucas Ellingham, Oliver Hodgson, Clayton Ravenscroft, Aaron Walker as well, all watching this battle up in front of them. But with the final lap board out, one more corner to go. Checker flag at the ready for Callum Bradshaw in the shortest Senior X30 race I've seen across the line. Bradshaw from Lawrence and Fleming. Well, goodness me, that was a very interesting Senior X30 race, and I have to say that's going to take a while to get those karts back because they have got Heat 4 a little bit later on today. So there's a big cleanup operation going to be happening at the end of this one. But at the end of it, Bradshaw takes the win from Lawrence, Fleming, Higgins, Kilner, Ellingham, Hodgson, Turner, Walker, and Reggie Dewey round out the top 10. I have to say, Reggie Dewey, after that one, gaining 23 places. I will say quite a few of them didn't finish that race, but still gaining quite a few places. Clayton Ravenscroft at the end of that crosses the line in 11th place, with Ewan Wilson crossing in 12th place. There it is on your screen, pending scrutineering, of course. As they go through, Connor Clifford finishing in 13th place, Casper Scusa in 14th. Philip Rawson in 15th place, Louis Johnson-Cool, Archie Tillett 16th and 17th, Gary Edwards crossing the line in 18th place, Harry Pears in 19th, Oliver Greetham, Richie Faulkner in 20th and 21st place, Christopher Bingham in 23rd.